Epoch contains fantasy violence, mature themes, and occasional swearing. Epoch contains D&D actual play and is part of the Faith Geekery livestream and podcast and its wider community. So why not like, follow, subscribe, and join the Discord? And now, sit back and enjoy some questionable accents, poor dice rolls, and hopefully a wild and whimsical journey.
In a fantasy world on the continent of Albion, in the queendom of Lyonesse, amidst the smouldering embers of an age-old battle between the divine and the void, we begin our story in a small village of Bifin. An unsuspecting party of misfits begin their journey. This is Epoch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Epoch, our D&D campaign on Faith Geekery. I'm Tim. I'm the DM and the man of 1,000 faces and 2 accents. Let's meet the players, starting with...
Hello, I'm the other Tim, and I'm playing Hilda von Greentail, a halfling cleric.
Hello, I'm Shelby. I'm playing Killian Greentail, a halfling druid.
My name is Mark and I play Nugget and he thinks he is a wizard.
My name is Becca and I am playing Minerva the Sage. She is a Furbolg barbarian.
Hello, I'm Jen. I'm playing Asta and she is a human fighter. Well, she's trying to be.
I'm Brandon, and I am playing Kargoth, who is a ranger, though he doesn't quite know his abilities yet. He's getting there. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Excellent. And as always, who would like to give a recap for the previous session or sessions? There is a D6 on offer for inspiration. I think
We'd love to volunteer if anybody wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
I've written it in verse, as is my one. The fox is almost in the pot, and that pot is looking rather hot. But what? This fox can chat. And then the door goes a rat-a-tat-tat. All around the room the brave knights sat. But please, sir, can we have our fox back? Cue lots of awkward doorstep chat. A question, is the roof too flat to fit our big bluish friend? But no, in the end, she could bend and blend into the chaise longue. As the chat moved on to talk of if goodness is always strong, and do violence and holy really belong together, must we weather the conversational avalanche of Alexa, Olexa, and Lexus, or whatever, despite all the ways they perplex us? And so we sleep outside, if all the talk of a crusading, all the degrading, all the promenading was just a little too grating. So we had a long rest, and a fine bright day arrives, bringing what new test? We look at each other and ask, are we truly blessed?
Wow.
That's fantastic.
So
Very
amazing.
cool.
That's so
Very
good.
creative.
Tim, you may take your D6 proudly and use on any ability check throw or whenever you want, really. It's a D6. Use it however you want.
Feels as if it's worth more than that. I mean,
It does. It does. It honestly feels like a new
D-
one.
No.
Do you want to, as a party, increase it to a D8?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You have-
still roll a 1, so it doesn't matter too much, but thanks.
you may take your D8.
for creativity, yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
that. Thank you, DM.
So we start with that nice bright morning with most of the party sleeping outside under the canopy of the trees, and 2 people sleeping inside the farmhouse where the knights have since departed, having left Asta a small token of their appreciation. So, party, which is yet unnamed, What do you want to have for breakfast?
Minerva has woken, humming in a deep note, a song that she can't quite remember. And there is a furrowed crease in her brow as she tries to remember the words of the song that has woken her.
Oh, interesting.
I have like a whole bunch of berries. Well, I say a whole bunch. I got 10. I have 10 berries. If you would all like a berry to eat, it'll make you feel real good. I promise.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Yes,
like
please.
okay. You can have it. I got berries. I'm gonna pass good berry.
Ooh.
Thank you. But I think probably it's time to eat the pie, I think.
I
About
was
how
going to
long
say,
it's been.
Nugget is actually going to eat his pie, but I think we were woken up earlier because the nights were off earlier.
Hmm.
And I think Nugget would have used that as an opportunity to kind of potter and to set up things for the day. And so he would kind of get some water on because he's next to the fire, so he'd maybe kind of relight the fire, get some hot water running, and actually would just take it as a bit of a pace to kind of find a routine. And I don't think he's ever really had a routine, but he knows that he likes his water. And I don't know if there was a comment about his pie. And so if Asta is awake, then he would share it. But he's going to savour it. He's going to kind of really kind of cut it up because he's aware he doesn't want it to go off. He wants to enjoy it whilst it's vaguely in date before it goes off. So he will treasure it. And on he's got a notepad. I don't know if I've written that down, but he's got a notepad. And on the front or in the very first page, he's going to write "Remember the pie," and on the front he's going to write "pie." And he's going to do like a little. Well, he's not going to write pie. He's going to do like a little symbol, like a little squiggle, so that he remembers the pie, like the little kind of top of it. So it would look like a little symbol for him to remember the pie.
I'm just imagining like Nuggets actually like laying the table properly and putting out like plates and putting on like a little like serviette bib and like proper like I'm enjoying this pie.
I don't think he would go through the kind of what's the word, the ceremony, but he will just take that. You know, when you're quietly pottering in the morning, he's going to savour each bite and remember the lady that gave it to him, because it does mean something to him. But he's also accepts the fact it won't last forever. But he wants to remember the symbolism of being given something free from a stranger.
Excellent.
Kargoth is going to do a little bit of foraging, maybe start a fire out near the trees, well, away from the tree that they're sleeping under, and pull out his meat pies and just kind of leave them out for people to eat.
Just give me a quick survival check to see what you find while you're foraging.
Oh, let's hope I don't screw this one up. Kargoth rolls a 4 and has +5 to survival.
Okay, so it's you do find some berries, and you know you see a nice forest carrot. That's about it. It's like a single forest carrot and some berries. You're pretty sure they're not poisonous.
We'll find out.
So as you all vaguely gather together for conversation and breakfast, what do you wish to talk about?
Where we are going to go.
Killian just sort of pipes up, just like, I think we should just like go into the forest and stuff, and like go. We'll go west, right? So technically, we'll go north along the west coast, and then we'll go through the forest. And I think we should get to Hildy. What's the name of that place we're supposed to go to that's on the west coast? Do you remember? I wasn't paying attention.
Miss Watch Rise? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
I think it were mentioned as somewhere where we might be able to get some books. I'd like that. I'd like to do a bit more reading now we've taught them Crusaders.
Can I see Kargoth's berries? Or did you eat them?
I haven't eaten them yet. If you ask nicely, I might share them.
Eat some poison berries.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was like, can I just check? Are they good berries? Are they
Yeah,
not my good berries, but are
the
they
berries and the carrots. I'm just gonna I'm gonna ask the people who enjoy the flowers, whether they think they're edible and safe.
Okay. Those that want to, please give me a nature check.
Woohoo! I got this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Killian got an 18.
Woo!
There's out of the forest carrot, really nice. That's a really good carrot. Small carrot, really good carrot. The berries, you notice that there's out of the bunch that Kargov's collected, you'd say about 2/3 of them are ripe and good for eating. There's a third that are either there's out of the remaining third, half of them are either not ripe and definitely not good for eating, or the other half are a bit overripe and probably not good for eating. So you can very expertly with that roll separate the ones that are good and bad out.
Nugget's going to come out with some hot water and offer it as just as a sign of good kind of intention. So if anybody wants to make some, I don't know, is there herbal tea in this?
Hildy can make tea. Hildy's got good tea.
I was going to say with fruits and berries, maybe not Hildy's kind of type of herbal tea.
Oh, you
but
can ask
more
him to make
just
it like a Killian special.
like a flavoured, fruit tea-ish sort of thing.
Yeah,
if anybody wants it.
Some of Killian's mint. I still got some of your mint leaves I'm carrying. Make some mint tea.
Was the water brought out in like a bowl or a pot? Because that might confuse Kargoth. He might think it's a washing bowl.
I think.
Do not put your feet in the bowl. This bowl is not for you.
Whatever was maybe over the fireplace, I assume the place would have something like that, basic essentials.
So like a kettle or something, or
a
cast iron thing. Yeah. Okay. No washing for me. Wah, wah, wah.
And Asta's holding on to the token that she was giving and having a really good look at it, but at the same time thinking about the conversation that was had just before sleepy time last night, and really pondering on good guys and bad guys, and thinking about the stories that she's read and grown up with and how black and white they always were, and feeling quite reassured in that. She's just going through all of her favourite books and thinking about the good guys, bad guys, black and white nature of it. But she's not necessarily joining in the rest of the conversation.
Similarly, Minerva breaks in her humming, having realised what it was that she was trying to find. And it was when Killian said the word forest, and she starts to murmur the song that her grandmother used to sing by her bedside, which was, "O forest deep, my spirit's king, where roots entwine and dreams begin. I seek the path my elders knew. The forest calls, I will be true." And she looks expectantly at the rest of the group and says, "Once we have eaten, I believe the forest is calling."
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think Nugget completely gets the kind of what's the word? The ceremoniousness or even the spiritual insight or depth of that. Do you know what I mean? If it's been reflective, people are like, "Yep, okay. Is that where we want to go?"
I think
Where
so.
I want to go.
I think we should.
I'm in.
Yeah, we're going.
Right.
Okay.
Okay then. As you go through your rest of your the morning pottering, as you're gathering things together, having your food, having your reflections, and have a good sense of where you're going to go as you pack your stuff up, you start making your way towards where the forest is. Who is going to be leading the party. Killian, you want to lead the party this
Can
morning?
I lead the party?
Yes, please give me a survival check, please.
You got it. I'll just be like, little short stack. I don't know. I'm 2'6" or something like that.
And I'm right next to Killian, offering little words of advice, and therefore you can add guidance if you so wish.
Oh, okay.
And a
Okay.
D4
Sweet.
to your survival check.
Bear with me. Let me just roll my survival, which is a dirty 20 plus guidance, which is a 1. So 21 for survival from Killian.
Okay, then.
I know where I'm going.
This is you go through lots of open fields, and there's a couple of like tree lines that you pass, which aren't proper forests, more like forest groves that are being built for wood and timber for carpenters and homesteads nearby. Pass through lots of open fields. Occasionally, you see some herds of deer in the distance. Going off in one direction, you see the birds in the sky. It's quite a nice, lovely hiking day. Heartily recommend. It's a really lovely day, like the one where you can get you keep yourself warm and get a nice little sweat going as you have a nice wander through the fields and through the hills. And yeah, really lovely first part of the travel. Yes, Nugget.
Yeah, can we be chatting then as we
You can be chatting,
because I think that's what I know, that we were kind of practically just get up and going really, but I think there are unresolved kind of ponders across the board.
I will say with Killian's role that there are you have not encountered any incidents or situations that may require sudden and urgent things to jump in. So you can have a nice, lovely wandering day, of which conversation can happen.
Does anybody want to start that, or are you happy for Nugget to
go for it?
I think Nugget then might kind of, just in the way that, as you're walking together as a group, you're not all together. You're kind of like people are in front and otherwise. So I think first of all, kind of Nugget might just kind of get up to speed with Asta, because I think he was kind of intrigued by the knights and a bit of that, and knows how much kind of Asta was looking up to them. And I think Asta was also happy to stay inside. And so I guess Nugget will say something along the lines of like, so where did you, what's our view then on these knights and what they were saying? I know that you're a big fan of them, but I'm trying to weigh it up in my head. And he will reference Minerva's kind of conversation as well about kind of it's not black and white and otherwise. So he's not purposely not speaking to Minerva. I think he's going to try and chat to her, but he wants to just kind of gain some wisdom.
Well, the stories that I've read since being a child that were read to me by my mum and my grandma were the stories of how things can get really tough in life and in the world, and things can get really dark. And it's always okay because the hero comes along and saves everybody. And the hero is the good guy, the side of the light, and the bad people, the ones who bring the darkness, are the void people, and they're bad. So I've just assumed that they're the good guys. I don't know. I don't think I saw anything in their behavior that said they weren't good. But then the reaction of the others to them, I found that very, very puzzling.
Yeah. And they definitely kind of knew that what they were up to. They knew their aim, their goal, and they set about doing good things. But
yes,
then,
and protecting people and fighting off the creatures that want to hurt people, like our village, like people that we loved have died.
And that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes sense to me too. And if it wasn't that's true, then what is the point of all of those stories that we've been given? Why do we have those stories, and why do we pass them on two others.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Also, which one of the knights did you like the most?
he had the blonde hair and the quip. And I can't now remember his name, but I don't think his name was important for me to remember. All I need to remember is the little twinkle in his blue eyes.
Does that add any weight to his goodness?
Yes, he was the best of the bunch, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, and the tallest.
You've reached Nuggets level there, because that is height is what you would just like to aspire to.
Oh no, it's struck too close to home.
No. He's on board with it. It's like, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, he is.
He must be the best. I don't know. It's left me feeling very perplexed this morning. I'm not going to lie. I feel very, very at sea with it. Yes, and I was running through my head the stories that, especially my favourite stories about the knights of old and about what it looked like to go on an adventure. All the things that I've always dreamt of doing since being a little girl.
Cool.
That's been helpful.
Then I think we're just going to carry on walking for a bit and maybe see what other conversations spring up.
So as we're walking and we zoom out of that conversation with Asta and Nugget, who do we zoom in on the next conversation to?
I think Killian could be talking to Hildefon.
Let's zoom in onto them.
So Hildy, I know that like we're going towards this misplace or whatever because we were told that there were like some books and stuff, but like, do we even really read that much? Because we don't have a book in our house, so like I feel like I think I know how to spell my name, but I don't really like. I probably try to read. What about you? Because I've never seen you read books.
Oh, you've been watching me doing more reading. You see, I've been a bit ashamed of my reading, but it's because I ain't been paying for the books I've been reading, because you know what it's like. We haven't got that much money, but there was a lovely bookshop in Byfin, and I used to borrow the books. I always took them back, always kept them in good nick.
I thought that was library.
Well,
Asta hear this conversation.
No.
Are they keeping it whispered?
Asta, give. What's your passive perception?
Wait 1 second.
Can I roll a sleight of talking behind my hand check?
13 is my passive perception.
Okay, roll me a perception check at disadvantage because you're already in your own conversation as well.
Wait 1 second. No, you're gonna have to remind me.
So you're rolling your perception stat. It should be a D20 plus your perception modifier. You're rolling it twice and taking the lower of the two rolls.
As in the passive perception?
No, an active perception check. So you go to your skills, your skills
I can't
tab.
see it. Oh, I've got it. It's fine. It's alphabetical. I'm fine.
So roll that stat and twice, and you take the lower of the two.
Wow. Oh, 5.
So that was the 6 and a 5, wasn't it?
6 and a 5.
6 and a 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asta rolled a 6 and a 5.
You do not pick up any of this conversation.
Count yourself lucky.
It's probably going to be so long, Hildy will get away with this, but because I genuinely don't think they are ashamed of having borrowed the books. Like, they just see it as like part of.
And Killian just thought it was a library, so.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of what you can do with books in a shop is, as long as you put it back in good condition, that's borrowing, not stealing. And Hildy would never steal, but would happily borrow. So I think so. Yeah, I've been reading. I think when you're having a little relax of an evening, there's nothing nicer than something to smoke and something to read, and I think they go right well together. So I've been reading. We talked a bit about it in that last place. I was very surprised when those knights had heard of Caracas. I just thought that was some random book I'd found at Astor's, but he seemed to know Caracas. And then I have I not told you about Hermie, Killian? Hermie's my favourite author.
No.
Hermides van der Glocksten, to give him his full title, but Hermie is what he goes by. He writes some cracking lines, some really good like witty reflections on what life's like. You know, stuff like when the king farts, everyone stinks. That's one I remember.
Okay. Well, okay. I don't know what that means, but right.
No, but it's kind of good, isn't it? It's like insightful. So I what I was hoping for when we get to Mistwatch Rise or whatever it's called, was to go and see if they've got any books about those Knights of Camlan. See if the historians match up to what these what they tried to present to us. You know,
Right.
I felt like they were very sure that they were good, but what I
but
like
didn't feel
about
that
reading
way.
is what I like about reading is you get other people's views on whether people are good or bad or indifferent. So
like if I wrote something down, that would be more legitimized.
I'd read that.
Oh, well, I'll practice my letters.
Yeah.
See, this thing about this whole little journey that we've been on, like, sure, our home's been burnt down or whatever, and that sucks. But like now, I know that you like to read, and you're, yeah.
It's nice spending time with you, you know, Killian.
No, normally we're like in the same building, but like separate. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. Do you think that, like, because I know I talked to you about like my forest escapades. Do you think something similar is going to happen as we get closer to where we're going?
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, me too. I think that was
interesting things in the forest.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Well, anyway, at least I know where I'm going.
We're following you, Killian. We're following you.
As we then go back into the sky a little bit, away from the conversation between the siblings, is there anyone else who wishes to have a conversation as we travel through this montage of a traveling section?
Kargoth is going to talk to himself. No, I'm kidding. Actually, he's going to try to saddle up to Minerva and ask her what she thinks about the knights, because, well, he's just going to say it. What do you think about those knights? I don't like them. I don't like the fact that they were ready to kill Killian without a second thought, without any kind of test to see if the void, if she was void or anything. They just assumed she was guilty right on the spot because she could talk as a fox. I don't trust them. I don't believe half of what they're saying. What do you think?
That was not where Minerva was going to go. Many of the stories we are told, there is good and there is bad. When we divide people up or creatures into separate beings. But these stories are not just found in the finality of books, my friend. I have observed them in the turning of the seasons and the rainbow array of Killian's flowers, the dance of sun and shadow. And it often occurs to me that life is not woven of black and white text that tells us of heroes and good and bad, but of countless threads of ebb and flow in the seasons of birth and decay. And we learn that all things lean upon each other. I have found my wisdom in the spaces where opposites meet and mingle.
Kargoth is going to be left a little bit speechless because he's going to start processing that, because there is a lot of stuff to think about.
In the meantime, because Minerva has legs that are almost twice the height of the halflings, she will actually be walking in a zigzag between the forest, bouncing and walking and touching the trees and stroking the ferns, and then coming and dipping back in, and hopes that Killian has heard that their flowers are actually part of the story, and it is not just books that hold the wisdom.
Killian, you have heard that.
Hildy, I feel like I just missed something so deep right now. Do you ever have that like sense like something super profound just happened and you like hear it on the wind and then you think, I don't know how I should be interpreting this?
Always seems to come in Minerva's voice as well. That's
Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that. Do you think it's actually her saying that? looks towards where she's zigzagged a bit away from the group.
She's wiser than I can get my head around.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes it veers into the like too wise that I feel dumb. That I'm like, I know that this is really important, that what's being said, but I cannot, like, it's like when I try to read. It's like her words are like a book. Anyway.
Oh, the walking book.
Do you think I should like get Bernard and ask him to come like scout ahead? I feel like that would be smart.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know how to summon him. Like, just looking casually into the sky. Like, Bernard!
Is there a bird?
No.
Bernard is, as you're looking around, summoned to your shoulder. Comrade Killian.
Oh, hi, Bernard. How'd you do that?
I am here. You summoned me.
Oh, wait, like, so you could just, like, poof into existence on my shoulder?
I can poof in anywhere. Within reason, of course.
I was about to say poof in anywhere. I have plans, but okay. Good thing. Hey, Bernard, bud, listen, do you think you could just, like, fly just a little bit ways away? Gosh, I wish I could see how you see. Anyway, just ignore me. Fly a little bit ways away and just scout the forest treetops for nefarious creatures.
You summon me to send me away. Okay, I shall do this. I shall look around for any nefarious persons or creatures.
Okay, good. I'm so glad that you will do that, and I feel like you were upset that I was sending you away.
I am not upset. This is my role. I will do what I can to support you, Comrade Killian.
Okay.
Farewell. I shall do my duty.
Bye.
The DM gestures of bird flying away.
Hildy, I just don't know how I feel about the fact that I can summon a bird. And he talks to me real strange. You can't hear him, right?
No, it's right weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can tell that he's not just singing. You can tell that he's talking to you, but I've no idea what he's saying. He's like making bird sounds
in my brain.
So yeah.
You know what? I'm just
I can hear what you're saying, but not what he's saying. So
so it's kind of like I'm talking to myself. Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like
you know
you're talking to a bird.
Oh,
that's what it's like.
Right. True, but it's talking back to me. Okay, you know that, right? You're not. I didn't have any of your special things, like no tea. It's definitely happening right now, and I'm not going to question it.
I believe you. I believe in
Okay.
Comrade
might,
Burner.
This might be meta, but I'm fairly sure there was a fact that Hildy thought that the bird was speaking Russian in an episode. So I feel as if that should be referenced, that there's some sort of Russian undertones that Hildy is aware of.
something I can't
Fantasy
quite
Russian.
explain, but yeah, you can sort of tell. You can sort of tell from the way he tweets that he's
Yeah, like perhaps he's from somewhere different.
yeah, like
Like
East
not
March.
like like not like the birds around here. Got a tweeting accent. I mean, I don't know because again, words in my brain, but I can only assume. Anyway.
It's a very lovely nesting bird.
Oh, I get it. I get the joke. That's a good one. Okay, yeah, I've Killian sent Bernard off to scout ahead.
Off goes Bernard.
Can Nugget try and chat to? Oh, sorry, go on, Aster.
Asta really wants to know why the forest has more than one name, and I think it was Hildy maybe who had the second name. So can Asta catch up to? Oh, was it Killian? Cillian? Killian?
Killian. Me and him both had different names for the forest.
Could Asta catch up and ask about?
Of course, Asta slightly increases their stride and can catch up with Killian and
Yeah.
Hildebrand quite quickly.
She's been pottering at the back. Tell me about the name of the forest. What do you know the forest as?
Hey DM, like I wrote it down, but I forgot.
In Halfling lore, it's always been known as Thirsk Rozon, but I can't actually remember why. So that's as much as I got.
Thirst grows on.
Thirsk Rozon, 2 words, I think.
Oh.
I ain't never seen it written down though. Actually, now you come to think of it.
Yeah, like it's
Do
all
you know-
just talked about.
Do you know this forest? Have you been here before into this forest?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. We had some fun. I mean, interesting times in this forest.
What sort of interesting times?
Well, you know, like I feel like maybe I got like there's certain flowers that if you breathe them in too deep, kind of warps your reality a bit. I think that's what happened anyway. That's the only way I can describe my experience. Hildy might
see.
have a slightly different experience, but it's very eye-opening.
So is this forest part of the folklore that you know about? Are there stories about this forest?
Yes.
Yeah. Certainly stories that we tell each other. Again, it's not stories I've ever seen written down. It's not really the Halfling way to write books.
No.
But,
I've never read about it, but it's fascinating. I'd love to hear the stories, though there is no pressure to tell me them now if maybe they have slipped your mind.
I can't remember what I know as Killian and what I know as Shelby because Tim has talked this forest up to me, and I'm like, what do I know? I don't know.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Nice pun.
Oh, tree. Oh.
chapter title
Was not intended.
So Killian and Hildefon, you know what the halfling name for this forest is, which is First Prozon. You would also know it as the Egress Forest, which covers in and around the mountain range, but mainly on the western side of the mountain range that goes up towards Lyonesse. There are many stories about people encountering strangers in the forest and finding interesting places which are not there the next morning, of plants which bloom at midday and then disappear for 20 years. There's lots of like stories around people going in and coming out later that day and they've aged tremendously. Some who go in and come out and can't remember going into the forest in the first place. There's lots of stories about that. Some of those stories kind of marry up to your own experience, but you've mostly put that experience down to Hildy and Killian had a lovely evening in the forest.
We had a nice trip.
But for most other people in the group, you know that the Egrest Forest has been used historically to provide some lumber to some homesteads and provide some lumber for homesteads, lumber for good to like build up homes, to produce carts and barrels and everything, and has been cut back massively from what it was 500 years ago, let alone what it is now.
So yeah, I think Killian would just sort of talk about the stories that we know about people going in and coming back different or changed, and just sort of being like, yeah, and like, to be honest with you, Aster, I think the forest is probably a good spot to sort of not get lost in necessarily, but we're already on a bit of a journey, like both physically, and I feel like all of us, I am speaking for all of us, in that we are also on a journey of the mind, trying to like use my inner Minerva the Sage. And does that sound deep? Anyway, but yeah,
It does sound deep. It sounds the right level of deepness for Aster to engage with it. Definitely.
Somehow, when you and me speak, Killian, we just don't sound as deep as Minerva. No. I don't know. I've got to work on that presence.
I feel wise.
Minerva. Yeah, I feel very wise all the time. I wonder if Minerva
might be our problem.
I wonder if Minerva also has folklore and stories about this forest.
Oh yeah, that's always a good point.
Minerva.
On the spot.
Minerva, could you zigzag your way over here, please? We're talking about this here forest.
It is good to be in the forest, for the trees speak in the tongue of the divine, and the roots drink on the memory of the ancients.
I will just add a bit of a clarification point here. You're not in the forest yet. You're going
nearly in this forest.
Minerva would know
in the forest.
Minerva would know this. You're walking through where the boundaries of the forest used to be, but over time that boundary has been cut back and back as people have cut lumber. So there are still there are odd trees around, like. When there's like a forest fire and they do like a controlled burn and there's just a massive patch of emptiness, but there's still like one or two trees around. That's what you're kind of going through right now. You can see where like the underbrush of forests used to be, and where one or two trees are still around, but it's a lot more sparse and empty than what you would remember it as.
Thanks. In that case, my childhood of 100 years was spent playing in the trees that once grew here. It is with great sadness that they are no longer here, my playpens and my fortresses.
I'm going to look down at my feet and kind of lift them up like I'm somehow stepping on eggshells or something all of a sudden.
The corpses of dead trees.
Oh, come on. Now I'm going to feel guilty with every step I take. Oops, sorry, Grandpa. Oops, sorry, Grandma. Just kind
of... Imagine all the fires you've made.
Yeah. I'll never chop down a tree the same way ever again.
Aster's a little tiny bit sorry that she asked.
Either way, I think that I'm with Minerva in that I think the trees will have the answers.
Well, that's very good, because I have a lot of questions. I seem to have more questions than answers every single second of our journey. So it would be good to get some concrete answers. That'll be very reassuring.
Like your book, Aster, knowledge is carved in leaf and bone.
I feel like we got to write these down and then sell them somewhere.
Yeah.
Like Minerva the Sage's words of wisdom.
Minerva the book.
as we're not in the forest yet, it feels as if everyone's catching up to chat all together at the same time. So are we now kind of
Just like
in
in
a
a little
big
bundle.
long line? Because I think Nugget is wanting to catch up, and so he's going to kind of rush ahead and maybe catch a little bit of the tail end of that about kind of looking for answers and things. And so he's going to sort of maybe just direct something towards Minerva, and sort of, as she sort of said about the answers and otherwise, and leaf and bone. He sort of says, and I can't help but remember us talking about good and evil, and the night, and there's this tension, and I'm trying to make sense of this all with our gifts, and I think he's just going to kind of blurt it out. He's just going to sort of say, "It's like, right, I just know that if bad things happen and we don't act, then we can still lose, and therefore we need to act, and we've been given these things. But I'm realizing that if we do it like the knights, then that might be a bad thing." And I just don't make sense of this, and I can't make sense of this, and so I'm trying to weigh this up of how do we be the good people and not the bad people? How do we defend? And are we meant to be killing, not killing? I just don't know. And this is what I'm trying to glean. So Minerva, with your wisdom, what kind of, preferably without all the tree language, what are you? It felt as if there was some tension, and I just want to break that and just get on.
Cue Becca going away to research a whole PhD on non-violent action and the theology of why we don't kill people. Thank you. I think, my friend, that this is exactly the wisdom we seek when we journey, because the answers are not necessarily the answers we need to have immediately. For me, when I look at everything that breathes, each of you, the trees, Killian's beautiful flowers, the birds that come and go, that in each one is the breath of the divine that was in the very beginning. And if the breath is in every single one, including the ones in the void, who am I to say that that breath should be stopped? So maybe we have these tools that need to disrupt instead of destroy. What is it that they long for in the same way that we long for things? What if destruction is not the answer, but disruption? Just what if?
I'm thinking more kind of like the practical thing is that when somebody's coming at me with an axe, I mean, do I have this kind of monologue with them, or do I just hit them before they hit me? Or is there some kind of flag system or identifying manner of where I can go, oh, they are obviously going to get, because I'm squishy, and I'm glad that you're with us, and you are, I mean, billion feet long.
Squishy.
You know, I just... How do we work on that? I mean, I love the idea, and I love the kind of your wisdom, but when it comes to like the rub, when it comes to, you know, like the gnolls, you know, they came at us and we had to dispatch them, and yeah, I'm just trying to weigh this out. That is there going to be some obvious cat that walks in the way of us? That kind of sorry. Folks, there was a cat that walked over.
There was a cat walking
or,
over.
do you know what I mean? Is there a sign that you can give to kind of give us a heads up that we can kill them, or dispatch them, or disrupt them with axes and weapons? I mean, I'm not an axe person, but do you know what I mean? I'm trying to make sense of this and how we work this out, that I don't want to die before we've had a lovely monologue to work out whether they're bad people or not, to realize they are bad people because they've killed one of us.
I think after a pause and many, many words of writing, that we find what we look for. If we seek to fight, then that is what we will find. If we seek to defend, then that is what we will find. So now, as we journey together, what is our inclination? Do we seek as we walk to fight anything that comes our way and destroy the breath that I believe to be the divine? Or do we seek to interrupt their violent tendencies? There are many skills in this group that could protect and defend. I myself could allow rage to absolutely flatten these puny little thingies whose name I have forgotten.
I would like to see that.
Knowles.
I could. I have the strength to do so. And yet, what if I choose to find the divine within them? And that is what I find. Hi,
Is
Aster.
that a physical thing with an axe that you split them open to find?
No. But thank you for your curiosity.
Was it not us that made the first move with the Knowles? I feel like we shot an arrow first at them.
I was trying to shoot him in the knee, and it just kind of through the
They
neck.
were looking aggressively at us. They came across us as we slept, and I think this is the point: is that I think we were in the right there because they were preying on us. They were going to come,
Did they in that moment attack us?
They didn't see us until I attacked them.
Then could they be said to be preying?
Arrow.
No one. We don't know because we killed them. So.
And this is why we work in the dappled areas of the grey. And what if that's okay?
The thing where I come from, and you will get to know me, is that I spent years being mistreated, and I let it happen. I should have stood up. I should have stood up for my friends and for my workers, and it was horrible. And I have got to a point of where I needed to say enough was enough, and I need to stand up against it. And I hear what you're saying, and I know that there is this grayness, and maybe we'll just find it naturally. But I think if I just stand by and let the world go on, then I feel as if I might be doing more damage than if by not acting, and therefore I need to be active. And I'm coming to, and I think this is where I'm coming to terms with that. We have been given gifts that blow my mind, that a year ago, 6 months ago, I would have not made sense of. And I would have thought we were weird, maybe like the Knights. We're much more black and white. I do not understand where I'm going with this and where we are going with this, but it feels like we're on the right path, but I'm trying to get my head around it. And I just don't want to die. And I just don't want to be a bad guy. And yet I don't want to be necessarily like the Knights, even though their armor did look quite cool, but that's not my style. I think this is what I'm just trying to make sense of. And I don't want to disrespect you. I'm just trying to weigh this up. And I mean, I guess I'm team disrupt. I think we can see where that goes. But I don't want to offend you by attacking people, but maybe we need to have a flag system or a nod system. I don't know. If it's like a zombie, those things that, is that clearly a bad word? Can you get a good zombie? I have no idea. Do you get me?
I do.
I find that really, really helpful, Nugget. Thank you. One of the things that's been came into my mind as I was listening to all of you wise folks talking then was I've been telling Killian a bit about this, but I don't know if any of you read any Hermie. It's a long story, but Hermie's very good. One of his quotes that I remember is "Certainty is a fickle mistress, for she will leave you loneliest when you need her most." And I feel like that's where we're at the moment. We can't be completely non-violent because we live in a violent world. But we can't be going out looking to slaughter things because, well, half of us are very squishy. And it's not really our style, I don't think. I hope that helps.
Those who go out looking for violence will find violence, I think is a saying, slightly skewed, but yeah.
You
If
find
that's
what
all
you
we're
look
looking
for.
for, that's what we're going to find. Yeah.
I'm looking for pie.
Yes, we need it. We either need the recipe or a new cook because we need meat pies.
Rest in peace, Margaret. We miss you.
You left us with the gift before you died.
Margaret's not dead.
I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
she's
that's
still-
right.
Margaret's not dead. Oh, that's
No,
great
I
news.
said
Thank
Margaret,
I'm pretty
Margaret's
We don't
not
know that,
dead.
though.
Survivors.
We don't know that. She could be dead.
You do know Margaret's
think
not
you do.
dead. You helped her
think
get away.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure we saved her.
Use the horn, Minerva. Call her.
I had the horn. Has my horn been equipped, so to speak?
No, good point. You haven't. Good point. I didn't want to break any of that role play because I had a really proud to get moment at that. So no, you haven't identified the items that you found from the Knolls. I will say retroactively that you could have attuned to them, identified what the magical properties are of the two items. So the horn you have, Minerva, is a horn of silent alarm. So you can pick it up and you can blow it, and any creature of your choosing within 600 feet can hear it, but no one else can hear it.
I like to call
So-
on the creatures.
And Kargoth, I believe you picked up the candle.
Did I? Well,
thought
I
you
actually
No, he
originally
picked up the
sorry.
horn.
I
You
picked up the horn and then I gave it to her.
Okay, so Minerva has the horn, and there's a candle. The candle's just an Everdeep candle, and you can light it, and it will stay lit underwater and without air. It will just be ever burning until you step it out.
You'll be dead, but the candle will be alive.
Ever
Candle will
burning.
be alive, ever burning.
Ever
candle.
burning.
It's the light
As you're-
shines in the darkness.
As you're having all of this amazing conversation as you're traveling, you do come to the edge, or the new current edge, of the Egrest Forest, or Vusk-Razorn. And before you is a really thick wall of trees, like where it's been quite sparse and open plan and field. You look ahead, and the trees are taller than Minerva. Minerva cannot see the tops of these trees as you come up to them, and you see all manners of fir and pine. Everything's all mixed in together, different types of trees and foliage at the edge. But it is like a wall. You look to the east, you look to the west, and you cannot see the end of these trees. The trees look like they crest up and into and over the mountains a little bit on the west. But you can go through. And as you enter in, even though it was like coming to like the afternoon and the sun was starting to go down, it is now dark in here. Most of you can see because most of you have dark vision, but it is now dark in these forests. You see sounds of creatures all around you, but cannot see them. You can see the vines and foliage covering all the trees. These are old trees. And you see some markings on them. Just small markings on the trees at the edge. Minerva and Killian, you two can see what these markings mean. These are Killian can understand them because it's written in Druidic. But Minerva will recognize these as well from being a child and around these places. These are the names of the trees. And each tree has a name.
Oh, look at that, Craig. You've got a new little bud there.
And each tree has a surname. And the surname is either Vusk or Razon. Vusk or Razon. As you go deeper into the forest, the paths get uneven and it gets tighter as the trees are thicker as you're going through.
Did you say it's getting nighttime?
It's getting close to darkness,
I was going
yes.
to say, should we be camping in the forest or on the outskirts of the forest? What
I
does
think like when
Cillian...
we went
I-
in, it was still daytime, and as we went in, it looked like it's nighttime.
We should find a place in the forest. I
The
think we've
canopy
had
is so
good
thick
luck with
ahead.
trees.
The canopy is so thick ahead that sunlight is very difficult for it to get in.
I remember this one tree just a little bit ways down, I think just past Sylvia over there. It's like I think even Minerva could fit inside it because it's mostly hollow. That'd be a good like little resting spot if we wanted to stop.
Who's Sylvia?
That tree right there. You see
How do you know Sylvia?
Sylvia
their
Rose
name. They have their name written on them.
Like a name badge.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna probably run my finger over some of the markings on the trees. Just some weird stuff going on, but I'm open-minded about it. Okay.
Did she consent to you doing that?
Yeah, did you ask her first?
I didn't touch Sylvia, I swear.
Do I need to bring Henry Crabgrass in?
Yeah, I know.
For those who do not know, Henry Crabgrass is a patch of grass from a different D&D show entirely that spoke about consent. Henry Crabgrass. You don't have my consent to lie down on me. Anyway. So do you wish to go... So Cillian, as you're kind of like leading this group anyway towards this tree that you remember, as you're going through, you're like saying, you're directing them and you're trying to work out which way it is, and like you're looking around the trees.
Yeah. Oh, there's
And
two
then-
Tims. That makes it really hard because I can't remember if I got to take a left at that Tim or take a right at. Yeah.
As you
You
go
usually
around,
find one
Always the
of them
way.
bigger than the other. There's usually a big Tim and a little Tim.
and as you go around one of the corners, you are faced by a figure that is blocking your path. A figure that has braided autumnal coloured hair with shaved sides, with leather armour held together by vines, and they have a vine and leaf hood with an ebony wooden mask styled like a wolf. And they are stopping your way. And as the rest of you are stopped and looking at this figure in front of you, as you look to one another, you see you are surrounded by similar looking figures, each with a mottled wooden mask. And that's where we're going to end this session.
So cool. I was going to say Kargoth should fire an arrow at the figure, but maybe not.
I'm gonna discreetly like change a few of my arrowheads to little balls so I can hopefully knock them out.
damage.
Yeah. I'm creating.
So
I'm gonna be the first to create non-lethal weaponry.
So that was an awesome session. I loved all the role-playing, folks. That's the end of the session. We'll be back for the next session in a couple of weeks' time now. But that's bye from us, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.